Come on. Okay, so it appears to be these 4 blocks. These 4 blocks right here. How should I mark this? Just dig out the 4 blocks, I suppose. And then I shall build a little cobblestone tower, I guess. 1 more. There we go. So these 4 blocks are spawn. You spawn here, and then once you've spawned in, you of course will see, well, clearly there's something over there. There's roses and there's a bunch of torches everywhere. Everywhere else, however, is kind of just dark. So it quickly becomes apparent you're supposed to head this way. I've not yet aligned the stairs with spawn, it would seem. However, that's fine, as I plan on clear cutting this mountain here in order to make room for more constructions, more farms. Shall sleep through the night in order to make sure that I don't have zombies surrounding my base, I suppose. The inside of that horse pen over there, by the way, is lit up. The flowers are added for decoration. I built the pen to basically keep the horses in. I had 2 horses originally. However, the other horse that I had was absolute trash. It was so bad. It could not even jump 2 blocks up. Which, I don't know if you're familiar with how well horses are supposed to be able to jump. But for comparison, a player also is not capable of jumping that high. Meaning that it was roughly jumping as well as a player. Not a very stellar example of what you want in a horse. I should not be carrying all of those observers. That is a lot of quartz, a lot of redstone, and I think twigs. Reserve that for kelp. There is a zombie nearby. However, the zombies and the drowned do take durability damage on their helmets when they are submerged, or when they are out of the water during the daylight. So if they're not submerged, then they're taking durability damage. And that durability damage adds up to basically they really find themselves hurting very fast simply by virtue of the sunlight just damaging them a lot. I do believe my recording just leapt over to the next video. If it did, this is a good time to mention that you should like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so already. if you have already liked, commented, and subscribed on my videos, then that is wonderful news. And then I should probably mention that I have a Patreon page if you wish to support me monetarily, so that I am capable of creating quality YouTube content for viewers such as yourself in much better conditions, one would hope. I am wanting to try and acquire a high-end computing device, which will allow me to be capable of recording at better quality content for longer durations, and I will be capable of processing my video footage at a faster pace in order to provide more content at a faster rate. It's an investment into my channel in all respects of the word. So when I say that it really helps my channel a lot, I mean it. It does. It really helps my channel a lot, because there is a lot of stuff that I really need to upgrade on my device, and having the money to be capable of doing so would be very nice. Having the money to be capable of supporting myself and making sure that I don't need to worry about, for example, paying bills. Do I have bills to pay? Do I have enough money for food? That kind of stuff. Not needing to worry about whether or not I have enough money for food is definitely a investment that I would be interested in, to put it mildly. As sustenance is, of course, a vital necessity. Sorry. I suppose I do need some more feathers soon. Well, not feathers. I need arrows soon. Feathers would just be a part of the arrow, really. Okay. Now, what do I need? I think I want to make that entrance a little bit larger. Just a little bit. The way I will do that is through use of these. I could go for the cobblestone stairs or the cobblestone slabs. I think I'll go for the slabs. I do only need 2, actually. That was my notification that it is time for my D&D campaign in roughly 10 minutes. I suppose I could pause the recording temporarily. Oh. This is why you want to make sure you always catch all your water. Now I have this problem to deal with. Okay, fortunately this is 3 wide, so I can do this without too much trouble. The damage is already caused, so I shall just do that. Now I need to gather up all of these torches. So many torches to gather and plant. And the roses. I need to replant the roses. Fortunately, it did not travel to the mine entrance because I built it far enough away that it was not affected. Unfortunately, it did wash a bunch of my torches out into the river. Now, can I see any undead on my cliffside here? Yeah, I don't see any undead, so I think I'm fine on that regard. You're just going to keep creating particle effects, so I'm just going to, yeah. Your leather will be useful. I need books. Yeah, these torches went pretty far. They got some momentum. I shall need to remeasure a lot of this stuff. Fortunately, a lot of it is simply just that. And of course, the stairs are easy for me to do because it's just down 2, switch side, down 2, switch side. And then here, I had it actually set up like that in order to prevent zombies. Or not zombies, drowned. In order to prevent drowned. I wonder if giving my players an incentive to watch my videos would be would be productive in my D&D games. Like, I don't have to do that, but I could. It would give me viewers, that's for sure. Just blackmail my players by giving them experience for watching my videos. I mean, I might. I still might. Let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2. Okay, so that's set up. I suppose it wouldn't be blackmail. It would be more bribery. As it is an exchange of services, technically. They want experience. I want viewers. If they don't want to, I won't force them. They can still level up normally and all that. That being said, I believe my campaign is currently going through a bit of a Ragnarok type phase, as I have so many players that used to play that either currently no longer do play or no longer can play. And the result is that my campaign has a very bloated feel to it. I've not really set up much in the way of preparing for actually like recording the games. A lot of the content of the current section is theater of the mind, and I don't exactly excel at theater of the mind. I know I excel amazingly at talking for 4 hours in a row, as I demonstrated last episode, where I did exactly that. just talked for 4 hours. You know, no biggie, just 4 hours in a row of me. Well, I guess it wasn't constant chatter, so I suppose it's not 4 hours in a row, but still, it is very difficult to carry on a conversation with no response, I might add, as I am not capable of hearing you shouting at the screen. It's very difficult to carry on a conversation when you're the only person providing any input. You just kind of go with the flow and start thinking out loud, and then you just kind of end up talking for a really long period of time. That being said, however, the content of my D&D campaign should prove decently interesting. I almost forgot that since I have a compass, I should be capable of turning this map into a locator map. If I am not mistaken. Let's see. Empty locator map. How do I do that? Do I just... Did that work? It worked. Yes. Finally. Okay. So now there's a "you are here" symbol. One thing I can do is I can actually move this map, well, duplicate this map quite easily at that, over to the spawn location. And I can just build the map on the wall, and I can be like, okay, so you got a nice little wall here, and you got a map that's showing that, you know, if you're over here, oops. So if you're over here when you spawn, which I actually need to update that. Okay, so if you're roughly in this area, oops. If you're roughly in that area somewhere, you'll spawn in and you'll see all this light and you'll be like, oh, I guess I need to go that way. You'll see the roses. The roses will, of course, lead you to the base. As you climb, well, once you've climbed up, you should also be capable of seeing the farm here. Did not intend to take out the torch. Yeah, you'll see the farm here. You'll see it's all very well lit up. You'll see the gigantic kelp farm over there. What this farm will probably end up becoming is this farm will probably end up turning into a trading hall. This will probably be, or no, this will probably be my villager breeder. I'll probably turn that into a support for a farming platform, a raised farming platform that will allow me to have a villager where I can, you know, farm. And then on top of that, the villager will throw carrots and potatoes down to the other villagers, where the villagers will, of course, make lots of babies, and then I will be capable of taking those babies over to the farm, over to the villager trading hall, where I will be capable of assigning them a proper job. And then there's also, of course, going to be the villager iron farm where I have them spawning iron golems, and I have them dropping iron golems into a blade of lava. Gotta love those lava blades. So the villagers will definitely be useful. I've not retrieved any of them yet. I probably should. At least the nearest one, because that villager is... I will need a single wooden shovel, because it is required to build the boat. That being said, I'm probably going to put the boat on a lead, as it is otherwise incredibly slow to just navigate like this. You know, this is how fast boats move across ground. For obvious reasons, I'm not going to do this the entire way to the village. More importantly, however, the villager is going to need to be secured as I work my way to the village. Because here comes the fun part. So yeah, I am definitely like rowing. But here comes the fun part. Whee! And then I just, yeah. So that's boating on Bedrock Edition. It's not the best. But the reason why I wanted the boat first is because I need to remember that my base is at roughly coordinates 200 x by 0 z. And 2, I need to make sure that the villager is going to remain safe. I don't want the villager, for example, getting killed by zombies. Speaking of which, rotten flesh. Zombie, meet lake. Lake, meet daytime. Zombie, meet daytime. Zombie, are you okay? Zombie did not like daytime. Or more specifically, daytime did not like zombie. Ooh, more roses. Fortunately, I already have some back at my base, so I will be fine. I will want to eat. Okay, so I have gone to roughly negative 200, which is nice and all. And for some reason, I lit up this hill. I suppose this was one of the locations where I camped for the night in my quest for villagers. Yeah, there's that lava. Okay. Where were those villagers at? Yeah, as you can see, I do have plenty of material. I do not need a wood farm. If I need wood, I've got wood, okay? What I need is I need to have my... I need to build a flying machine that is going to go through and basically... I need a world eater, is what I need. I need something that's going to go through and harvest everything. It's going to just bring it all up to the farm and just let me mine it, you know? I don't know if there's a way to sort through different types of blocks. And as far as... Oh, that's going to be a great mountain over there. And as far as the... oops. As far as the water sources and lava and all that is concerned, I would like to save all of that. However, I'm going to have plenty of lava from the nether, as I just kind of need to mine out an entire chunk of the nether in order to secure the spawn chunks of the base, you know, the spawn chunks of the nether. This place looks nice. I should have built the base here. I'd have saved myself so much work. Just expand as I need it. Nah, I probably would have still cut down this giant hill. That's another thing I'm looking for is I don't just want to live in the spawn chunks forever. It would be nice. However, the spawn chunks are somewhat limited in the fact that they're mostly on a mountaintop. It makes for a nice fortress. Crossing the ravine can prove to be difficult. However, the capacity for crossing is much easier on Bedrock Edition, simply because of the capability of being able to plant those blocks as we sneak towards the edge of a cliff. Okay, I'm going to climb up on this hill, this mountain, in order to get a good view of the surrounding area. Hopefully. Be a little easier to see if it wasn't snowing, but I get a decent enough view. I can see the water over there, for example. I can see there's forest over there. The main issue with the snow is just the particles are very big. But I work through it. It's fine. Yeah, this place is decent. Still no village. I'm at negative 400. Somehow I keep going further into the negative of Z. Oh, I went this way. Yeah. So what it is I want to climb up over there. Or I want to cut through over here. Either way works. I think I'll climb up on this mountain first to double check my path, as this mountain does allow me to actually climb. Yeah, that was a dead end, it looks like. However, it does exit into, as expected, a forest. There's a forest down there. You can hardly tell through all the snow. Some light source over there, possibly lava, possibly torches, hard to tell. This should help. Nope, not helping much. Okay. But now? Now? Wow. That snow biome really goes decently low sometimes. Okay, so yeah. This is looking like nothing but forest. It'll be fine. I think. Maybe. I will need to keep moving because monsters. Isn't it? So yeah, I'm at quite a distance away from my base now. Ow. Ow. So yeah, what I'm making use of is the lovely knockback effect of the shield. It does lower the durability of the shield to use this effect. However, it makes sure that the baby zombie is not capable of actually hurting me. Okay. So that's the skeletons taken care of. Now I just gotta outrun the creeper. And this is a really long fall. Oh. Thanks, zombie. Just what I needed. A push off a cliff. Oh, oh. Ow. Ow. Now, this sword is weaker than my stone sword. However, that's kind of expected. It's a gold sword. Like, no one really expects a gold sword to be more capable than just the average sword. If you have a gold sword, you're probably like role-playing a ceremonious event of some kind. Because no one uses a gold sword. If they do, well, they're probably new. I'd say go easy on them, but they kind of deserve it. They'll learn. They'll figure it out. Your stone axe is dealing more damage. Let's just put it that way. A zombie normally takes 3 hits with a stone axe, or a stone sword, or maybe 4. Even still, it took 5 with a gold sword. Well, this place is nice. You know, if you don't mind the whole cave of darkness in the back thing. Yeah, this place is nice. Nice little safe alcove. You can spend the night. It's great. I love it. Then on top of that, we've got some coal that we can dig out so we can make torches. We're near enough to a forest that we don't have to worry about needing to have logs for the torches. You know, we have a wood supply. Get a little bit of experience, get a little bit of coal, get a little bit of air, so that we don't suffocate in a cave where we have no idea where we are other than the coordinates of roughly 440 by negative 500. And we're roughly at sea level. Ow. Rude. Really rude. He went above ground for that. And now I'm perfectly safe. And you're not. The only reason that they can't reach me is because they're not a drowned. I could use the golden sword, but I can't resist. He's just staring at me like, you mother... Oh, he's got a fishing rod. Drowned can fishing rod you now? Since when? That's new. That is a very new feature. I was not aware of that. I shall have to be careful of that type of situation in the future. I was not aware that a drowned was capable of doing that. A zombie? You lucky son of a... Get me in this cave. Jeez. You had me backed into a corner. Okay, so that's one hit on you. And one hit on you. Now the two of you should have nice low amounts of health. Should be capable of easily handling you. Huh. I guess rotten flesh just has 0 saturation because I was still starving when I was trying to eat it after I had eaten one. So I guess they just provide no saturation whatsoever. Okay, so you turned into a drowned with nothing in your hand. You also have nothing in your hand. Okay. It looks like they both dropped rotten flesh. Well, I suppose I should say rotten flesh provides no immediate saturation. Now what hit me? Wasn't these stinky particle effects, that's for sure. Something hit me, and I don't know what. Oh! I guess it's been another 2 gigs of video. Okay, so that was awkwardly timed. My recording software decided to crash at the exact same time that my D&D campaign was scheduled to begin. So here I am, recording. after my campaign. Not much happened. The group I am hosting is... That was me plugging my phone in. The group I am hosting is currently retreating from trolls. The apocalypse situation is developing. Simply put, I thought I picked that up. Do I have one in my inventory? I do. Okay. The apocalypse situation is that so far the village is under attack from a variety of creatures from all directions, basically. There are creatures from a forest, there are creatures from the grasslands, and there are creatures from the swamp. The swamp creatures, for whatever reason, I put over by the forest. So, but the swamp creatures are black dragons, young black dragons. So the party has to face off against large black dragons in town where there is heavy collateral damage. Which direction was town? Let's see. Okay. Town is, well, base, I should say, is that way. The town is probably right over here. The village that I'm looking for. With the one villager. One singular villager. But yeah, the crisis that the players are facing is surmised rather simply as a very end-all type of event. This is the same village I visited before, correct? Maybe? Have I not been to this village before? Oh my god, I think I found a new village. Well, this village is much closer. This one might have even been on the map. Which, if it was, my apologies to your villagers. Oh, you cannot even climb this path. Okay. What were they thinking? So the reason the path is weird, leading up this cliff, is very, very straightforward. These paths are generated in order to mesh with what already exists. So if there's a sheer cliff face like this already existing, the village path will then, well, climb up a clear a sheer cliff face. Almost said clear cliff face or something like that. Clear shift face? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, right. I forgot to close the door. Apologies for that. So yeah, this village has a lot more in it. Got some bread, some gold nuggets, some potatoes. I am taking those potatoes. I need to grow more potatoes. A book, gold nugget, not really worthwhile. The bread kind of is worthwhile. Why is everything getting dark? Oh, right, because I set this to turn the brightness up. Okay, there we go. I had set that to auto while my phone was low on battery.
and then promptly forgot. So yeah, this village I have not been to. This is a new village. I'm guessing the water probably disrupted something or something. I don't know. I have no idea. What I do know is that this is going to hurt going down, but it's going to take a lot longer going up. So I'm going to go around this way to... Okay. I am really high up. Huh. Let's try something more along this line of processing. Wow. If any villager lives in this building, they're suicidal. Okay? Like, wow. Oop. I did not mean to do that. I thought it was a door and I went to open it. I was wrong. So yeah, there's plenty of beds in this village. Do these... Are there like villagers here? I don't see anyone. I see one. Okay, so there's one villager over there. I don't see a farmer. That could be a problem. If they don't have a farmer, then they won't have anyone to tend all of these crops. I don't see anyone else. I'm guessing they probably all just took fall damage until they all died, which is unfortunate, but it happens. When generating a village into the face of a cliff, yeah, you'll sometimes just generate a death trap. Like right there. It doesn't look like much, but these guys don't really heal as far as I know. If they do, they might need a bit of food in order to do it. And if so, well, I don't see any farmers. So I don't think any of them were getting any food. They have plenty of beds, however, I don't see any iron golems, which does not look promising for the survival rate of the village. They have beetroot. I could take some beetroot. But again, without any farmers, this village does not look like it will live very long. Oh, and there's, you know, that. That's dangerous. I hope no villagers, like, travel over this way. Because again, if they do, they're suicidal. Because, holy cow. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Oh my, I just realized my armor broke, which I'm kind of sad about. You guys probably remember my armor better than I do, but I like that armor. That was good armor. Yeah, I'll take the chest. Just the whole chest. I'm at it, I shall sleep in the bed. Because I want to make sure that very few, if any, zombies spawn. Okay, so it looks like he's doing the whole town gathering around the bell thing, which is normal. It's good. I don't really see any other villagers showing up to this this meeting, which is not so good. This whole place is a death trap. Jeez. I rang the bell. That signals for them to basically get indoors to safety. Okay, so it looks like he's got a loom in here. He might be a weaver. Decent enough profession. Not what I would assign him. Ah, there he is. Hey, villager. What do you want to trade? You want... What is that? Is that wool? You want wool. Okay. This is a shepherd. Okay, that makes sense. So this is a free source of shears, which is great. It looks like he also will eventually sell buy black dye. So when I get a squid farm up and going, he would be the one to go to. That being said, I don't think I want him to be a shepherd. So I need to find where his workstation is, and I need to take his workstation and move it, basically. I need to reallocate wherever he's assigned. The way I do that is by locating where he works. Okay, this building is legitimately inaccessible. So I need to find where this villager works in order to basically tear down where he works. It sounds mean, but it's fine. Like, I'm just reassigning his job. That's all I'm doing. I'm also taking a bit of damage as I progress through this village. Okay, so this is where he works, so I was correct about these. I need to cut these down in order to make him quit this job. Okay, now he's a regular villager guy. I believe he went and grabbed another job already. What is your job, sir? You appear to be a librarian or something? Oh, a cartographer. Okay, that could possibly prove useful. I do need something to do with all of my paper, and being capable of well, first of all, being capable of just selling paper is decent. However, I think I will let him prove his usefulness elsewhere. Where'd he go? He went somewhere. Ah, a farmer. Now we're talking. Aha! He buys potatoes. I like this guy already. 6 bread for a single emerald. How do you make a living, mister? Okay, so we need to get you to safety. Actually, for now, it's better if you just walk. Come on. There we go. That being said, I should be capable of luring him with just regular potatoes now, as he will realize that he wants to trade. Aha. That got him indoors. Okay. Now that he's in that, what I can do is I can let him stay there. And I will mark this specific composter as his workstation, simply because I want to lock him in as this farmer. However, I don't want him to accidentally die, for example. It does appear as though he is the only villager here, which is unfortunate. However, it is what it is. I don't have any torches. Did not notice that until just now. Okay, so I want to clear these out because I want to place at his feet, if possible, torch. He'll sleep in the boat. I didn't know they'd do that. Neat. Okay, so this house is going to be really brightly lit so that I know that this is the village.
Okay, so my recording crashed, my recording software. I've spent a little bit of time in this village, this quaint little village here. I will gather this bed. I have found the only surviving villager, and I went ahead and I went ahead with capturing the villager in order to protect them. The villager is trapped inside of their house. I put the villager in a boat so that the villager doesn't accidentally escape through glitching out of the walls or something. I put the villager in I locked in the villager's trades. So the villager is a farmer that buys potatoes, and soon he will be buying pumpkins once he levels up. He buys a lot of potatoes at once. For a single emerald, 22 potatoes per emerald. The pumpkins are not the best offer either. However, I would rather have a villager that is capable of purchasing my potatoes rather than sitting there and trying to constantly force the villager to change and update their trade offers. It took a few tries to get the villager to have the correct trade offers. This is actually the second time this villager has told me they wanted to sell potatoes. The first time I managed to get them all secured and squared away, and I got the villager all nice and safely tucked into their room, and then I gathered up the potatoes to sell to the villager, and wouldn't you know it, I found the other village. Well, I would say it's my lucky day, except my inventory is full. Huh. Well, okay. So my video software kept crashing. And then I died and I lost all my stuff and I had to go out and I had to get it back. I found my shield. I found my Aqua Affinity 1, Respiration 1, Protection 2, Golden Helmet. I found my Blast Protection 2 breastplate, Golden breastplate. I found my golden leggings. I found my golden boots. I found almost all my items. I did lose a few items simply due to lack of inventory space. However, I finally got all of that good stuff back to base, and I came to realize that I need to basically just carve all of these pumpkins. I just grabbed a couple of stacks of pumpkins, and I decided it was time I started reducing some of the particle effects in my base through means of hiding the torches. And the way that I do that is jack-o'-lanterns. I can use other methods, such as the sea lanterns. Sea lanterns are decently nice. However, the pumpkin lanterns here are going to prove far more useful. I did lose a lot of experience with all the times that I died while I was out and about. I did manage to salvage a lot of the experience, and the majority of the experience was sunk, of course, into enchantments, repairs, upgrades, that kind of stuff. Just regular stuff. You may have noticed that I started with these shears almost fully intact. And so far, after not even half the task is done, these shears are already looking extremely weathered, extremely dull is what the quality of the shears would slowly lean towards. The shears would start to dull. The reason why I need so many of these pumpkins carved up is simply because I need to just hide all of the light sources. That's literally the only reason. It's the primary reason. I've needed it for quite a while. It is quite the useful thing to have. First thing I gotta do is, of course, just take all the... I take the pumpkin, and I grab the shears, and I just, snip, snip, snip. Because shears are basically just scissors, so I take these little scissor things and just snip away, and I gather all the items that pop out, of course. As these items are capable of being used for other purposes. For example, the majority of the pumpkin seeds will be capable of being turned into compost. The remainder of the pumpkin, of course, the lantern itself, will be, well, making the lantern itself, you need the lantern. So that's why I'm carving all the pumpkins. I'm about to end up, yeah, that's what I figured was going to happen. So I was in the middle of saying I'm about to end up running out of these shears. These seeds really do just go flying everywhere. So I am rather satisfied with the fact that I was capable of enough forethinking in order to flatten out the terrain before I went and harvested all of these pumpkins and and made it so that I had the materials for my lanterns. I have an Unbreaking 1 Efficiency 2 shovel. I have a Fortune 1 Sharpness 2 Efficiency 3 iron axe, and I'm still using my Bane of Arthropods 3 iron sword. The iron sword I do need to repair, however, I need to gather a few levels of experience before I'm capable of repairing my sword. So instead I shall just go ahead and go forth with my iron hatchet here, my iron axe. And the great thing about this iron axe is if I upgrade the efficiency one more time, these should be insta-mine. Pumpkins are already insta-mine with this thing. I can just walk full speed. I can actually run full speed as I harvest pumpkins. However, apparently these have a bit more durability to them, a bit more hardness. Therefore, the empty lanterns here are going to be a little bit slower to harvest than your average pumpkin. I will need to repair this iron axe. Oh my. I'm going to go through a lot of iron doing this, aren't I? Not too much iron, mind you. Looks like only... Well, for this project, about 3, but I still need to repair the iron sword as well. The repairs to the iron axe probably won't be complete. They'll be a temporary fix. As in, it won't be at full health. If I wanted the iron axe to be at full health, I would probably need another 3 levels. I tried doing the same thing with my shovel, and my shovel said I needed 4 levels, and I only had 3. Now I have a little bit more experience, so I've got, an extra level on me, but my axe is definitely about to soak that up. Guaranteed. Okay, and the way that I repair my tools is very simple. Since I have an iron axe, I grab my iron ingots, and I grab the axe itself. And as you can see, it would take 5 levels for me to repair my axe. It takes 2 levels just for 1 ingot, 3 levels for 2 ingots, 4 levels for... yeah. So my iron axe troubles aside, let's see, will that be full health? Yeah. So 4 ingots is more than enough to repair the entirety of the axe. However, I need the levels that go with having all of that. I don't have the levels, so I'm going to... oh, well, this might give me the levels. Okay, so that gives me 2 levels. With that, I can repair it just a little bit. That's a start. Okay, and then I can take these seeds over to here. Building a giant wall in the middle of my pathway between my bases is not helping me shorten this distance. So I can take these pumpkin seeds over to here, where I had not filled up my reserves of pumpkin seeds. And now that I have filled up my reserves, I can just throw all the pumpkin seeds into this barrel up here, and the pumpkin seeds will fill into the hopper, which then fills up the composter. The composter then, of course, as it fills up, is drained from the hopper beneath it. However, there's a lot of seeds here, so I don't think it's going to be running out anytime soon. There, I'll just put them there. So there's that. I need to craft shears. So I need to go to tools. No, tools. There we go. And then I need also to craft more dried kelp block. Crafted 7 because I was carrying a full stack of dried kelp block, or a full stack of dried kelp, not the kelp blocks. I do have a full stack of dried kelp blocks. However, that full stack is currently sitting inside the furnace. So use is limited as far as that one is concerned, because it is getting used to smelt. Currently, it's getting used to smelt more kelp, which is a great experience farm, by the way, smelting kelp, simply because it just nets you a lot of experience. It's slow, but it is a lot. The wall of pumpkins here is going to definitely make a lot of useful progress as far as upgrading my frame rates. I need to upgrade how well my machine, how well my device is capable of processing everything. Currently, I am trying to combine all of my torches with pumpkins to hide the extra particle effects, which are causing my machine to ever so slightly per particle slow down because it has to render the particle. I have a lot of particles constantly being generated. Simply put, I need to force my device to not need to render these particles. In addition to that, I will be making use of the fact that these the kelp farm, for starters, is going to need a lot of jack-o'-lanterns. So I'm going to need to actually craft a lot more torches, for starters. Oops, did not mean to break that. So yeah, I'm going to need to craft a lot more torches for starters, because I'm also going to need to light up the kelp farm. So that's a thing. Yeah, it looks like that number's staying still, but you have to keep in mind it's constantly running. See, now it's up to 62. This one's just draining. Let's see, will it reach 64 first? No. So yeah, I have a bunch of pumpkins, and I have an axe that is capable of cutting down all of these pumpkins. However, I really want to save this axe, so I think I might try only cutting down this top layer of hollowed out lanterns. I'm sneaking right now so that I don't fall off the ledge, because my trajectory is not optimal.